Works. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tek Torrent Podcast. This is episode number 28 of the year. Hello, how is everyone doing today? We have a fantastic show for you today. We're going to be talking about Tesla's Semi. 5 years late, but they're finally here, and PepsiCo just took delivery. We'll be talking about that on this podcast and a few other things in my personal life and so on. As you can tell, we are remote today. We are from the remote destination here in Boston. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hope my audio is good. Let me know if anything's weird or funky. Please let me know in the live chat and the live stream. All right, let's see who we got here. Looks like we got no one here at the moment, but I'm sure you guys will all trickle in as time comes on. All right, guys. So we got definitely Philip. How you doing, definitely Philip? How you doing? I hope you are doing well. All right, here. So into the first topic tonight, which is about Tesla's Semi. I'm going to go over that, some of their battery technologies, some about the truck, and if you've ever been in an American truck, how they're different, and from European trucks and how they're set up than a regular car, of course. That, and we're also going to talk a little bit about some of the competitors and things like that. But as people start trickling in, I'll call them out. All right, guys. So if you guys don't know, the Tesla Semi just came out. Came out 6 years ago, and they were going to deliver them 3 years ago. But there was this little thing called human malware that was preventing things from happening. So now that that's been more or less handled on their end, they were able to finally start production of these things and get it out the door. So PepsiCo just took delivery last week, and so here's some specs. They're saying that they're going to have really good efficiency with up to 2 kilowatts per mile, which, I mean, that's just amazing. My car, which weighs 10% of what that truck would weigh, is getting around 3 kilowatts to 4 kilowatts a mile. Yeah. We're good? Okay. Anyways, so, we're getting about 4 kilowatts a mile in my car in the summer. I don't know. My buddy here comes over at the door and doesn't say anything and makes funny faces and walks away. So yeah, 4 kilowatts a mile in my own car and double that or half that efficiency in a truck that weighs almost 10 times more. That's pretty impressive, just my opinion. And more than 10 times, I think. I don't know the math ratio on that. All right, so the seat for the truck is in the middle of the car, which is pretty nice. That is, so in America and every part of the world, the seat where you drive at is offset on left or right, depending on where you are in the world. This one, it's right in the middle. They got dual 15-inch touch screens, which is kind of nice. So if you know in a standard truck, it kind of looks like an airplane in the sense there's switches and knobs everywhere. This only has like a couple, with one of them being a couple of the, I think it's the parking brake, which is an emergency. It's required by law. It has to be a physical button. Another feature is you can stand up in this cab, which is, nice, because in most trucks, certain types of trucks rather, you can't stand all the way up. So in this truck, allegedly you can stand up inside of it. That way you can put your coat on, go outside, your overalls on, go outside. You don't have to do it outside, especially when it's cold. And here's the big kicker, up to 500 miles of range on a single charge for the top end model, which is allegedly around $180,000. $150,000 will get you the 300-mile range one as well. And everyone's like, that's going to be like the perfect world, blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently they did a real test and they published it, the full 8 hours and everything uncut. And looks like it actually did 500 miles on a single charge, which is pretty insane. And 500 miles would be roughly about 8 hours of driving. And I know this from my driving. That's quite a bit. I've been putting a lot of miles on my car, my Bolt EUV, which is also an electric car, and I've been testing the Super Cruise out. There's no word about any type of autonomous driving features on this truck yet. I'm sure Tesla has given it the hardware for that, being that it's a Tesla's that type of company. I'm pretty sure the trucking unions and all that, I'm going to be really against that stuff, but I'm kind of open to it. So from competitors, right? Volvo, Nikola, Freightliner, they're all making competitor trucks. They all charge slower. They all have less range, but they also cost less, allegedly. So from competitors, looks like we got around 187 miles to 330 miles from Nikola for their trucks. and they also charge slower. So here's an example. Allegedly, with the new mega charger from Tesla, it can charge from a rate of 0 to 70% in 30 minutes. I'm sure that's like perfect real world conditions. And that's 70% of 500 is like 300 miles or something like that. So what the Nikola truck takes to charge to that full amount in like 2.5 hours or something, this truck can do it in 30 minutes, which is, that doesn't even hold a candle to it. That's really fast. And that's I mean, I don't know, it's allegedly called a megawatt charger, so that's a lot of kilowatts going through that hose. So as they said in the live stream from Tesla, the new charging cable will have the conductors inside the charging cable. The conductors themselves will be immersed in coolant, which allows for a smaller cable, so you don't have a quote elephant trunk of a cable connected to the truck, which is pretty nice. I don't know how they're keeping those cables separated, because if they touch at that much voltage, ooh, that's going to be one nice spark. Allegedly in the live stream, they said that is fine, that they've been doing a lot of extensive testing, a lot of safety features on the back end to make sure if that were to happen, that everything will be everything will be fine. It'll shut down. It'll be safe. Fully loaded, this thing is at 82,000 pounds. Remember, electric trucks in America are allowed an extra 2,000 pounds for the hardware and all that. And fully loaded, allegedly, it can go 0 to 60 in 20 seconds. And now you may laugh at that, but that's pretty damn fast. Electric truck, diesel truck takes like over a minute to go that, almost a minute rather, to go to that same amount of speed, and they can't go up inclines as well. They kind of slow down. So here's the last thing I want to talk about, which is about range anxiety. So a lot of people, especially those that are against electric cars, which, that's fine. I'm glad that we're having a lot of adaptation. Oh, actually, I've been talking a lot, so let me take a look at live chat. I know a few people have joined since we started. Techman TY, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Welcome. Anyone else here, make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment. Let me know you're here, and I'll call you out in live chat. If you're watching this after the fact, we are currently talking about, those of us that are joining just now as well, we are talking about Tesla's new Semi that just got released, and PepsiCo just took delivery of a couple of them. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about range anxiety. So on a commercial truck that's actually used for work, that's driving all the time, they pretty much have predetermined routes. They know exactly where they're going to go, more or less, at least in that day, roughly the amount of mileage. Just not like us, going on pleasure runs and stuff. These things are designed to carry stuff around to do work, right? So they kind of more or less know what range they got for the day. And because of that, they know exactly how far they can and can't go. Now, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a sleeper version of this, because, that's more than 500 miles of range. And, you got to charge it. And it just happened that 500 miles of range is roughly 8 hours of driving, which, at least in America, is the mandatory cutoff time for how much a driver can actually drive before they got to take a break. Or at least, be off for the rest of the day. So, hate it or love it, you guys know about the new federal tax credits here in America regarding EVs and stuff. Looks like for these trucks, there's going to be a $40,000 credit. That's right, guys. $40,000. That is roughly 25% of the price of the long-range electric truck. And I don't know, if I was a company, $40,000 for the truck, maybe I spend that 40 on infrastructure for installing the charger and all that. Over the long term, I'm going to save a lot on fuel and maintenance and downtime. And also, it's a lot quieter. Like this truck, it's still pretty loud, don't get me wrong, but it's way quieter than the standard diesel edition. So guys, that's all I really have about the Tesla truck. Just want to really go over it. I think this is pretty exciting because, remember, these technologies that they're developing for the Semi, well, it's a very good chance it'll come to passenger vehicles, like 1,000 volt infrastructure for fast charging, 1 megawatt charging. I mean, that's pretty insane. That's a lot of kilowatts. I believe that was let me do a quick calculation here because I forgot the number in my head. So it's I think it's 1,000 kilowatts or 1 megawatt of capacity or something like that. 250 kilowatts. I gotta double check. Yeah, 250 kilowatts of capacity for the battery. and 250 kilowatts charged in less than an hour or something similar to that, with up to looks like 180 kilowatts in 30 minutes. That's a ton of energy delivery in a short period of time, and that's pretty insane. I mean, can you imagine that? That's like, so if my car, right? In my car, that means a full tank in, what is that? 3 minutes? In 3 minutes, my car will be fully charged. I mean, that's faster than going to a gas station. Let me just take a look at chat real quick. MC, how you doing, man? How you doing? He says, subs, dude. FA stands for freaking awesome, not the other one. Of course not, YouTube. Don't get mad at me. MC, also, thank you for being a long-term loyal follower. I really appreciate it, buddy. It's because of people like you I can definitely keep the channel going, pay for the software and all that good stuff. So thank you for being a loyal follower. We also got Soul7 joining the chat. He is one of our moderators in the TekShinji Discord, which is also linked in the description below. Awesome place if you guys want to join. Also, Soul7, thank you for being a long-term TekShinji loyal follower as well. Thank you. Yeah, so that's what's going on with the truck, guys. It just got released, and they did say in the live stream, I'm pretty sure they scripted this, but he's like, oh, you want to tell them or I want to tell them? Oh, I don't know what, whatever, right? And the guy he was with is like, yeah, so this megawatt charging infrastructure is going to be on Cybertruck 2. So Cybertruck 1 hasn't even been fully released yet, and they're already talking about Cybertruck 2. Really, guys? I mean, I would love a Cybertruck. It just looks really cool. There's like a lot of logistical hurdles to making a vehicle like that, and I really hope they overcome it. Really hope so. All right, so yeah, guys, for those of us that are just joining us now, I just got done talking about the Tesla Cybertruck, and how some of their competitors line up to them, and what they got going on. I mean, 0 to 70% charge in 30 minutes. That's roughly 180 kilowatts delivered in 30 minutes. So let me just calculate that, because that's just insane. 180 divided by 30. That's 6 kilowatts a minute. So that means in 9 minutes, so if my car was charging at the full whatever crazy rate that is, it'll be fully charged in 9 minutes. If my car doesn't go to catch on fire and explodes, that's freaking fast. It's really fast. MC says TekShinji rocket ship. Yes. They're also sending up rockets into space. So one of my viewers did comment and tell me that Elon Musk is really about Nexism or something like that, which is the next thing. So like, why are we launching rockets to the Mars? Why are we doing all this stuff when we still have people on this planet that are starving and stuff? And I really agree with that, and I actually didn't really think about that until they bought it up. And it makes me a little conflicted. I think this new technology that they're working on is pretty cool, but I honestly don't know what to think about it, because I'm actually trying to do the Tesla roof on my house, Tesla solar shingles very specifically, with the Tesla Powerwall. All said and done, the pricing, it's not that crazy. It is kind of a rip. It is cheaper to go with solar panels, but not if you need a new roof. That's where the numbers make a little bit more sense. In my house, I already need a new roof, so that's something going on with that. Anyways, guys, that's all I really had about the Tesla Semi. This week's stream is going to be short because I am remote. I am with a guest right now. I'm at their house. So if you guys have any chats, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know in live chat, and I'll get to those as soon as I can. Yeah, guys, so what's been going on with you guys? Everyone's still recovering from that FTX flunder, I think. So I did talk about that in last week's podcast, which is in the podcast feed down below. Yeah, so FTX is still going through it. Sam Bankman-Fried actually did an interview when his lawyers told him shut up and don't say anything. So that's kind of interesting. So they're still going through it. What's going to happen with them, I don't know. I really hope it's okay, because a lot of people have a lot of assets on there, unfortunately. Remember, guys, not your keys, not your crypto, and keep that in mind. So if you don't have your own keys, like, someone can always take it, which is quite unfortunate. Okay, let's see here. What time is it? So we got 14. I'd say we go for another 5 minutes, and we'll go ahead and end the stream. I only have one topic for this week, and a short one at that. And I'm actually helping my client here with some of their coursework and stuff. So a little update on my house. I'm still trying to get the permits finalized for the solar system. As far as I know, they're going through just fine. but I need to get things signed. I need to get like I need to receive an inspection from the town. I need to get that paperwork for the panel, because apparently the panel is, you know, it was done, it was permitted, it was done correctly, like everything was right, but there was supposed to be an inspection, and I need to get that for Tesla to continue. And which is kind of like, this is another thing I'll probably talk about when I finally make a video about it. It's like, you need to hurry up and do this, but if we're waiting on you, if I'm waiting on them, they could take forever. It's been almost 6 months since I started this project, and we still haven't gone past the permitting phase, which is kind of unfortunate. Very good chance that means it'll be done sometime next summer or the year after. I'm thinking a good 2 years before I actually come up in the queue to do the work. Yeah, guys, so what do you guys think about the Tesla Semi, man? Electric semi-truck. No more rolling down your street, making a ton of noise, you know, vibrating, and freaking the diesel engine, the brakes, you know. They talked a lot about the braking system, regenerative braking and stuff about the Tesla Semi. I didn't really want to get into that because that's pretty technical. But it's pretty interesting how they basically went up an incline. They had the power to go up an incline, then they had the power to go down an incline without using the brakes like at all, because the whole incline down was regenerative braking. On a regular diesel truck, you know, that's just wasted heat on the brakes. And of course, that probably is safer because, as we all know, there's runaway truck ramps and stuff for when the brakes don't work. On one of the highways in California, there's a mandatory brake check that you got to pull over and do. So that's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if that's like, so it's kind of like this. Like, imagine there's something you had to do in life, and that was just a normal thing. You always, like, for example, heat, dealing with heat on graphics cards. I wouldn't say it's this extreme, but imagine you no longer, like, dealing with the temperature of a graphics card was a thing of the past, right? Like, we came up with a new cooling technology, new cooling solution that made it no longer an issue. It's kind of like that with truck brakes. Imagine you still have to have them because of laws and stuff, but imagine you never really have to worry about them heating up and causing issues and, you know, failing on you anymore because you have regenerative braking. That's pretty interesting how something like that can be had. And allegedly, like, we'll see. PepsiCo is allegedly taking delivery of them right now, and they should be in operation by next year. We'll probably start seeing them on the road carrying like soda and chips around. Soul7 says it would force drivers to actually take their sleep time. Yeah, so I forget exactly what, but I know after 8 hours, a driver is not allowed to operate anymore, at least in America, for a certain period of time. Same thing with airline pilots and stuff like that, because, you know, we know with crew resource management, CRM, and things like that is the reason for a lot of crashes, a lot of issues, a lot of things that are broken. By the way, guys, let me know how I look in the stream, because I'm currently using a C100. That's a Canon C100 to stream from, which is like you know, entry-level cinema camera. I don't know if it's entry-level. It's a pretty decent cinema camera. Let me know how well it's doing, guys, if it looks good or not. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting with the truck stuff, especially the things with the brakes. I really think it's going to be pretty interesting going forward, how it's all going to basically become really good. How do I say this? So, like, I just can't wait to see one as it drives by. I can't wait to see one crossing the street from me and becoming, you know, I'll just try to get a selfie with it or something as it drives by. Yeah, it's good? Okay, good. All right, so my guest tells me that the picture quality is very good, so I'm glad to hear it. All right, guys, well, thank you to everyone that joined the stream this week. Like I said, this week is going to be a short one, and we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. I know everyone's joining right now, but we got things to do tonight, and we got a busy night. So thank you to everyone that joined. I'm going to do a final roll call. Definitely Philip, thank you for joining the stream. Techman TY, MC, Soul7. What is this? Okay, I guess I was just handed this, whatever this thing is. It's got some, what is it? I'm pretty sure it has a name on it. It probably, what's made in China? Another one? What is that, a fox? I'm not sure what these are. I'm being thrown these plushy things. Oh, that's an ice cream. Okay, that's what that is. Well, anyways, guys, so we'll have the same stream going again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel, and all that good stuff, guys. So we'll go ahead and see you in the next one, guys. Thank you to everyone that joined this week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Testing. Oh, you guys can still hear me.